Another reason is very important. An example, not just JP Morgan, a lot of companies, there are some big companies that for you to enter, say, 2024 placements set, you need to apply in 2023. So,
Really?
yeah, you need to apply like way earlier. So, that's why you need those information. That's why you need to start prepping yourself like from the start. There are some companies that you would have applied maybe like 9 months before, and they will now pick you, and then so I know, I think JP Morgan does that as well. Yeah, IBM as well. So they have like slots, they have deadlines and things. So once that deadline passes, that's the end.
Yeah.
The next year. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why the career fair and stuff is important. Follow these companies on LinkedIn, wherever.
Yeah.
Get as much. Don't wait till last minute, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Welcome to the Sam and Ray podcast. Hi Ray, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
How's your week been?
Yeah, it's been great. Not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, working that.
Cool.
Yeah. Glad to be on here again, having our second episode.
Yeah. Well, first official episode, so.
First official.
First was a trial.
Yeah, you're right. But a lot of people enjoyed it though.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. So, what are we talking about today?
So today we're talking about placements in the UK. So usually when you come do your masters, generally when you school here, you have the option to do placements with some schools. So we're talking about placements. Is it useful? Is it beneficial? Is it worth it? Is it worth that extra year? So.
Oh, okay. So, for people who do not probably understand what like placement fully means, I think it's just about a year, the duration of it.
Yeah, my Nigerians in the house, it's like IT, if you get what I mean. Just that is, but it's like 1 year, so
okay,
internship kind of, but we call it placement here.
IT, I'm not sure what IT is, but maybe probably for the Ghanaians as well, it's probably like a national service. Yeah, kind of like internship that you do. It's like an internship, isn't it?
Yeah, it's an internship.
Yeah.
Sort of.
So when people do placements, I've heard in some places, some people pay and some people do not. Like some companies pay and some companies do not pay. So what do you think students should go for in this situation? Because the idea is to just get like job experience.
Yes.
So if let's say the kind of job experience you want is in a very big company and they're not offering any salary, are you going to go for that, or you're going to go for a paid?
In this economy, who wants to do free work? No, seriously. Paid placements always, but definitely there might be some companies. There are some companies that probably won't pay you. I feel like the only reason one might.
So you're saying that you
wait. The only reason one might do that is if, for example, you don't really need the money. Like you're rich, you don't need money, or you probably are getting your money somewhere else. I don't know, or like you really you are desperate. Like you need the placement for something. Then you can do that, but always go for paid placement. I will go for paid.
So the two things I'm putting against each other are so going for a paid placement or going for a placement in like a top company.
Please, paid.
So you still go for a paid placement, even though
if
so
you're
let's say
top, I feel like chill,
like
no. I feel like top IBM. Why won't you pay me? You will now.
Because placement in the first place is not supposed to be paid. Actually.
Who said that? There is no free. Why should there be free labor ever? At least I should get minimum wage. Yes, I should get minimum. Yeah, why should there be free labor like ever? It's not voluntary. Yeah, it's not voluntary work. Yes, I'm learning from you, but at the same time, I'm giving you my time. Yeah. I'm giving you my, whatever. I'm not like I'm daft or whatever.
They're not also treating you like a normal staff.
Yeah.
So it's placement.
Yeah. Still, no to cheap labor, no to free labor, please.
So the company will see it as they are opening up their offices for you to come and learn, it's not like they are using you for to make money. You
Yeah.
understand? I think that's where
I stand on
placement
my
that's what placement means.
I stand on my opinion.
So you still go for the money.
Yeah.
Okay. But okay, so whether you go for a money or a big company, what do you think are some of the pluses or the benefits with doing a placement?
So there are several benefits, right? Here in the UK. First of all, when you're here, I feel like from my experience so far, they want someone that has, like, if you want to enter the job market here, they usually want someone that does have some level of experience, UK experience, or not even Nigerian experience. So, and that's where placement comes in. Even the undergrads as well, I think in their third year they usually go for placement here.
Yeah, they always have like
So
a
yeah, it's
placement
always good to have that work experience in the
experience.
UK, and that's what placement offers you. Another side, what would like a side benefit is, so for some people, it's not like I can't say I'm fully settled in this country.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, 1 year is not enough to like settle. So you do your masters 1 year, and then you want to just enter the job market like
True,
that.
there's that
But I
side to
feel
it.
like with placement, you still have, because it adds an extra year to your, whatever,
Stay.
yeah, your stay. So it gives you that extra year to kind of like, okay, this is what it's like working in the UK. This is just understanding that market, understanding the corporate life
Yeah.
in the UK. So I feel like those are some of the benefits.
All right. So the reason why I asked Rachel that question is, she has done a placement. She opted to go for a placement. I didn't opt to go for a placement. So I think there's that option there,
Yeah, it's
open for
optional. Yeah,
people to
definitely
do
optional.
or not to do.
Mm.
So yeah, so you have basically the placement experience.
Yeah.
All right. So what are some issues that when you opt to do a placement, like you fall in with, or if you don't?
Yeah.
So okay, so it's obvious that if you don't opt to do a placement, you miss out on that experience, right?
It's not like the experience is like if you miss it, you've missed a lot in life. No. But it's a good experience. It's a good experience. It's not, I won't glorify it.
So it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
To be very honest, it's not a big deal. And you said, what was the question? That what are the
Well, like, so if you enter into a placement, if you are doing a placement,
yeah.
are there any like major issues that you might face, like while
Um
doing that?
I feel like one of it, we've kind of touched on it earlier. Generally, because it's placement, there's this notion of you don't know anything, you don't have experience as much.
Mm-hmm.
So generally, the pay might be lesser.
Nice, yeah.
So that's one. Two, well, because placement is optional, again, in my case, it was a thing of I could stop it at any point in time. So, say you are doing your placement and then you now get another job offer. Um, I think it's a plus though. Like you can then opt to end your
And the
placement
placement,
and
then move.
move on to a new job. So that's not a but I don't know how it's done in other schools, to be honest. Some schools might not want you to like end. You have to like complete the placement before
Before you
you can
move on.
yeah. So I would say that's kind of like a disadvantage if there are schools that you have to make sure you are done with the placement before you move on to somewhere else. That's another one. um yeah, I think those
That's
are some
yeah.
things. But and that's like whilst when you're doing the placement. But I feel like before you do the placement, generally I think people don't usually have a lot of information. So like in my case, for example, placement was supposed to start like around it usually starts around September. And like those of us that wanted to do placements, both international students, local students. We didn't get all this information about timelines until like a month before the time, and you have like a deadline to like submit
Your
whatever for the,
reports.
no, submit like, oh, this is the company I want to work for, this is the
Alright.
for the placement. You have like deadline for that. You have certain deadlines that you're probably not aware of and you've been playing all summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that can be it was, well, I because I already have like people here before, so I already knew what to expect. Kind of, I
It's,
didn't know the deadlines, but I kind of knew you need to prepare ahead, those kind of
yeah.
things. So I was able to prepare earlier, and when we had the meeting with the program coordinators or whatever, it wasn't too bad. I was still able to like meet the deadlines.
So it's difficult finding the company
Very
to
difficult
do
if you
your
don't
placement.
start
Yeah.
early, yes. And another, I wouldn't call it disadvantage, it's just some slight disbenefits could be it extends your graduation year. So you know how if
Mm,
the people you're set basically, those that are not doing placements,
they might
they will
graduate before
graduate
you.
a year before you. So that feeling of you're still a student, but there are benefits to being a student now, but that feeling of you're still a student, you've not graduated,
Mm,
so your graduation is delayed until the next year, until you're done with your placement really. So yeah.
interesting. So what are some of the ways to be able to get like a good placement company as quick as possible?
Apply.
Because you don't want to, you know, get to that deadline
Yeah.
and then not have a company where you do a placement and then
Yeah.
you're sort of stranded.
Oh yeah. First of all, apply early. When I say early, okay, so I don't want to be too vague. Once you are doing your masters, you're doing your program, start, applying for jobs
Mm,
and start getting used to how interviews happen here. Start understanding the market where you live. If, for example, you live in Southeast London and you want to do your placement around there because you probably don't want to move or something,
yeah.
start doing interviews, start seeing, okay, these are the kind of companies that are here, these are the kind of roles, or start understanding, basically put yourself out there, see
Out
what's happening,
there.
start doing interviews, even if you will get plenty, unfortunately, but like it's every yes, for every, unfortunately, for every interview you do, it kind of builds you up to the time when is you now need to like be really serious for your placement. So by that time you've gained a lot of experience, you know the kind of questions to expect, you know
Right.
how the interview goes, you know how the timeline usually roughly goes, so you are kind of prepared, you're prepping yourself up for that period where you now actually need to like find that placement.
Yeah.
Also, like, take advantage of school resources. So some schools would
True.
have careers, some career, what do I call them,
Yeah.
advice kind of
Advice departments.
department. So you go to them, they most likely would not like present a company to you,
Yeah.
but they can
At
give you
least they help you with
advice.
like CV
Yeah, CV
preparation.
prep, seminars, they do those
Yeah.
things. Also, I know a lot of companies do they visit schools basically, so they go for like, is it open day, what they call it, I can't remember, career
Yeah.
fair,
Career
yeah,
fairs.
career fair. So make sure you attend those career fairs, you are there, you are interacting with them. Honestly, like in this UK especially, interaction is very important too. Like,
True.
so go there, interact with them, ask them questions, ask them what their process is like for another reason is very important. An example, not just JP Morgan, a lot of companies, there are some big companies that for you to enter, say, 2024 placements set, you
Mm-hmm.
need to apply in 2023. So
Really?
yeah, you need to apply like way earlier. So that's why you need those information. That's why you need to start prepping yourself like from the start. There are some companies that you would have applied maybe like 9 months before, and they will now pick you, and then Yeah,
Oh
so I know,
yeah.
I think JP Morgan does that
IBM
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah,
IBM as
IBM
well.
as well. So they have like slots, they have deadlines and things. So once that deadline passes, that's the end.
Yeah.
Oh, the next year. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why the career fair and stuff is important. Follow these companies on LinkedIn, wherever.
Yeah.
Get
I
as
like
much. Don't wait till last minute. Basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I like the point you raised about the career fairs as well. Personally, I like going to career fairs just to like get like souvenirs from all these companies. Like sometimes you can get like really nice stuff. You can get like nice bottles, nice books, diaries, pens,
Yeah.
bags, from all these like top companies, and you get to know like what's going on in the business world.
Yeah.
That's good. So let's say you get like your placement, or you opt not to do a placement, you're done with placement. What's next in the future of like a fresh graduate?
I think so. When you do your place, it's usually how many months? Almost a year. I think a couple of months. And by that time, you've now understood the job market. You understand corporate life in the UK. It's very different from Nigeria, or other places you've
Other
probably
places,
worked.
yeah.
So you are well equipped for like the real world, and yeah, some companies you would probably have you start building up that discussion with them, or let them know from the start that, hey, after my placement I intend to continue working for you. So that
Okay.
way a lot of people, I'm sure, have continued working with. I even know people that the places they did their placement, that's where they've continued working.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you know that that company, like, they might not retain you, don't wait till you finish your placement before you start looking for another job.
No
Basically,
job,
start looking for
yeah.
another job as well. Yeah, so I bet you would have higher chances of getting a job compared to when you before you did your placement, if you
Mm-hmm.
understand what I mean, because now you
Yeah.
have the experience. You understand their lingo a bit. Very important.
True.
So you know how it goes, basically, so you are better equipped for like getting, maybe say, your preferred job kind of
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the cultural difference, yeah. Placement helps a lot in being able to, you know,
Expose you to it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because working, like when you come fresh off the boat, working and you have like work experience back home, the kind of interactions that you have with like your colleague, you know, from back home is different from the interactions that you have here.
Yeah.
Because here they have what they call banter,
Yeah.
their wits, their sense of humor, um, and all of that is a bit different. So you have to like get used to like reading the room,
Yeah.
So that gives like that all that kind of experience when you gain from like placement moving into
Yeah.
a different job is very good.
Yeah, no, it's all positive. Like, after placements, it's all positive. He should be better by the end of your placement. So
Yeah, that's true. So I have one last question
okay.
because I think I have a couple of friends who've done a placement in a different career path, but that's not the career path that they want to be in. Should they stay in that career path because they already have gained some experience in that, or they should move to their desired career path?
I'm not a career coach, oh.
Because
I don't know why you're asking this question, but I would, with this job thing, like, anything can happen. Your career path can change, and that's okay. That's fine.
so you can just switch
Yeah,
roles
you
in this
can, as
company.
long as you're able to prove to the HR, the interviewer, or whatever, that you're good at the role you're going for.
Because
I think that's
somebody might be worried. Somebody might not be. You might be looking for placement, and then this company is not giving you the placement. This company is, but you're worried that
yeah.
this is not what I
No,
want to
it's
do.
fine. It's absolutely fine. Say for example, you studied cybersecurity in uni, and then your placement you're doing, I don't know, design. Let me just go random. But after your placement, you know you really want to do cybersecurity. You can
Yeah.
still shoot your shot at cybersecurity jobs now.
Jobs,
Yeah, I
yeah.
don't think that should that would now define your path going forward. And in the process, you might actually develop that love for
For
design
design,
even.
yeah.
But if you still feel like you want to go along the lines of what you want to do,
Yeah.
then that's completely fine. Go for it. Like, you never say never. You can only know when you try, you know.
Yeah.
So just go for it.
And it's for your grades.
Yeah, people change careers all the time. So yeah, no, it's fine.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, I feel like we've thrown out there a lot of information that
Yeah, I think this
might
was a
help
good one. This was a good topic to talk about.
talk about. Yeah. Yeah.
And also, if you guys want us to talk about anything else, like, feel free to just leave a comment or something and just let us know. We'll talk about something different next time.
Amazing. All right. I think that's our time for today.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you. Bye. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe with your friends. We'll see you in the next episode. Bye.